Oh, I gotta turn this music on. Okay. What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd, and we are live on twitch.tv, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is Chessophilus. In the top of the map in the red color, playing as Odin as well. It's a mirror matchup. He's from the DoD clan. His name is Shelty. The map is Ghost Lake, and if I don't see 5 Ulfsarks in the archaic age, you know, what even, you know, what even. So we've been waiting a little bit for this matchup, and it looks as though, oh no, Shelty has no idea how Great Hunt works, and he goes to move the goats forward, and he gets boned, destroyed right there. The correct play right there was to use Great Hunt on the 2 boar and get 4 boar. Instead, he only gets 0 boar and a couple of extra goat here. Whereas over here, oh, actually, it looks like Chesso did a similar thing. He gets 8 goat. What happened here? How did he get 8 goat when this is only 7 goat? And he didn't even get this. Is there some sort of thing that I don't understand about Great Hunt? No idea. No idea. This ox card here as well. Could have avoided building that one for just a little bit. Potentially grabbed out an early pickaxe or something. That'd have been cute. Just because the boar are right on top of it. But this is gonna hurt just a little bit for Shelty here, as Chesso is gonna have an extra boar to play with. We also see that the middle of the map is the first place to scout that one out. And that's where you're going to grab as many of those goat as possible. Seeing that house jump up as well. Here we go, Skrelling running around here as well. I think Chessophilus doesn't need to find too much. He's got his caribou. I'm not sure if he spotted that or if that was Shelty here. But, you know, it's going to be okay. Here we go. Got that second town center second town center scouted out, but it does look like nothing really close to it, so it's not going to be a good one to grab. This town center, on the other hand, is going to be very, very good to grab. So we'll see if there's any sort of 2 town center play here. I really don't think we're going to see 2 town center play. Odin mirrors very highly value classical units because they're really hard to get out fast, especially things like Heimdall rushes against Norse are really, really strong. Access to Einherjar, it's really hard to defend against it, but it kind of is looking like we're going to see Freya from both players. Not sure I like Freya here, just simply because Einherjar are so strong and there's so much hunt here. You get 7 hunt here. You also get your opponent's hunt as well, which you forget when you're rushing. You also get access to your opponent's resources. So yeah, we'll see. Temple coming up as well. There we go. We do see the ravens do spawn as well. So what's happening here? More dwarfs coming out, and this is happening as well. Boar is coming in, and it is because we didn't see the Great Hunt simply on the boar. We do not get access to a classical age without moving our villages, whereas it looks like Chessophilus is going to be getting that one. Also getting a second Ulfsark out in the archaic age. This one's just going to be for extra building, I assume. I think it depends on what he's going to be doing here. He is chucking up walls and he's chucking up all this other stuff. Chopping wood from this location is probably incorrect because that's going to be where your opponent casts forest fire. You want to be grabbing that forest at the back so that they come and forest fire your back, and then you can move forward to your front and it still acts as a natural defensive point. We are seeing Freya is coming up for both players. So both players have not, I feel like they haven't experienced what Heimdall, the potentials of Heimdall in this matchup. Maybe they haven't played very much Odin Mirror, but Heimdall with Einherjar, how do you fight against Einherjar is the big question. But I'm not going to be seeing that one. Just going to see some standard shenanigans. Oh, chucking up the walls here, just being a little bit cute. We do have a Herser coming in. Just imagine if this was 5 Ulfsark right now. This could be 5 Ulfsark on this food right here, right now, attacking these villagers, and this would be no food income here. We do see Chessophilus through Freya, Shelty through Freya as well. We've got the Herser coming out, however. Looks like Chessophilus is going to be more than happy to fight against that one. More Herser pumping out now. Time to grab those longhouses. We do have 200 wood here. Forest fire on the front of the base here, forcing these villagers back. Gonna have to move over to this thing, and again, opening up their base. This is why you don't chop wood against Norse on your forward wood, because it opens up your base a little bit. It's not going to matter too much for Shelty because he's got a really nice building placement at this point. So we'll see what happens here. We've got the Valkyrie moving in. The villagers move off that tree line straight away. Herser comes over and Valkyrie gets pushed back. Going to be coming out of here very, very fast. Looks like another longhouse is coming down for Chessophilus as well. That's going to feel good. No, we've got the 2 longhouses coming out for Shelty. So Shelty going for what looks like Ulfsark in this matchup. Looks like, yep, 2 barracks Ulfsark is equal to 4 barracks raiding cavalry in terms of production here. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like both players. Oh, we've got Throw and Axeman coming out. I like that as a preemptive counter. Do we see Bonesaw? No upgrades at all for Chessophilus or Shelty. This is extreme economic deprivation here, to say the very, very least. Yeah, it's super odd. Not sure what Hell's Ravage says. Spending gold on a wall next to a forest seems pointless. It is a little bit odd that you would spend the gold and then not build it as well. But maybe he's just waiting for the forest to go down, and then he's going to be grabbing that one. Alright, Chesso's got some more Ulfsark coming out. Throwing Axeman coming down, so that's going to counter these very, very hard. And we do have Lone Wanderer though for Shelty. What does that put them at? 5.28, so they can get in and out without taking it that much damage, I feel like. It does look like the Ulfsark are going to come in here, going to try and pick off this, but they're going to be able to scoot out here. It does not look like Jess is going to be able to afford a Lone Wanderer just yet. They're not going to be able to really follow this one. Nice wooden wall there. However, it's not going to be enough. These Ulfsark will... Oh, he does manage to catch one. That's nice. It's not going to be huge, but it is a nice little victory there for Chesso. Raven scouting out this back here. That's going to be able to see not very much, but, you know, fair enough. Chilling over here on this gold mine and this hunt. This is actually huge here. We've got Shelty chilling on berries versus Chessophilus, who's getting out hunt from both locations here. He probably could afford, and I could be wrong about this, probably could afford to have an extra longhouse, considering he's going Ulfsark and Throwing Axeman. Because what are Throwing Axeman at? 16 seconds, right? So you can afford to have that extra longhouse and produce 2 Throwing Axemen and an Ulfsark. And that's going to be at the same rate at which your opponent gets their own Ulfsark out. And we are seeing the Valkyrie does come in, but he gets pushed back as well. So that's fine there. I guess unless you're also building Herser, which it does look like Chesso is also building. So he's going to be fine here. Let's check out populations here. It's got 74 to 75. Both players at a very similar level here, but I think the army of Chesso is slightly stronger. He's got Herser. He's also got medium upgrades. So he's going to be in a decent enough position as well. But not producing anything else. It looks like he's counter production in order to get out that medium upgrades here. If we check out Shelty, he's got a lot of wood in the bank, so he could afford to grab some stuff here. Got another Valkyrie out as well. Valkyries are super important. I guess if you're going for this Freya play with the Ulfsark against Throwing Axeman, super important to get these Valkyries out so they can distract the Throwing Axeman. You want to be getting the Valkyries to run around the back as if they're raiding cavalry to force the Throwing Axeman to attack them. Looks like Shelty's now going to move out here. Going to try and potentially grab some of this food. Does have the Raven over here. I'm sort of surprised that we haven't seen more fighting here. These guys are chilling out. They're both on the same population. Looks like a house is coming down for Chess, so that's not going to matter all too much at all. Still pumping out units. Got that third longhouse up. Both people putting up their third longhouse. Second town center coming down here. This is spotted immediately though for Chesso, and he's not going to be able to get there in time. There's no way this movement is going to be for taking down this town center. So town center is going to be coming up. So Chesso has to make a decision now whether or not attacking or booming himself is the right play here. And town center's up. This kind of secures this gold mine. Another longhouse here would secure this gold mine very, very nicely. And we do have all of these units are here, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a very nice fight here for Shelty. He does need to move these villagers over onto this location here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We try and take down this longhouse here as well. Shelty's going to be attempting at this point to avoid fighting, and he does have to get this gold mine here. Or I guess he can run over here. These villagers are still idle, and they're going to be idle for this entire fight as Shelty is focusing over here. These Shield Maiden Valkyries run straight through this. Really nice. It's going to force all of these throwing axemen to start attacking this one unless Shelty micros this. I can't believe that Shelty's even winning this fight at this point. It's going very, very well right here for Shelty managing to hold on here, but these Shield Maiden Valkyries do so much work here at this point. Where's the rest of Chesso's army? It looks like all of these Valkyries are going to be able to pick off all of these throwing axemen as well. So he's going to be retreating here, and it looks like Shelty for some reason is moving over here instead of over this location. I guess he can defend this location a little bit easier. But check out the population after that fight. We've got 79 to 61. So Chesso a little bit in front, and it does look like he's committing to a very, very hard gold staff here, or he's going to be trying to get to that heroic age, which I do prefer. Heroic Age, Njord, get out Walking Woods, get your Mountain Giants coming through, and then start pushing onto this gold mine with that. We'll see if that happens here. Chesso does have that income of all of that food. He also has this here. We've got almost enough resources here, and it is going to be coming through. So hopefully we do see Njord as the god power and not Skadi. We do have the wall is now up for Shelty, but that can be broken really easily with a really nice Walking Woods. If we get all of these trees here, then that's going to be really, really brutal. And we are seeing Skadi, so a little bit boring. No real usage of the Walking Woods and the Mountain Giant to siege through this location. Considering Shelty has not got any Hersa, Mountain Giant will be really, really nice here in order to push through. And you should have quite a bit of food in the back. Not a lot, but man, I guess you're transitioning into wood here in order to keep hunting. But you've got all of these berries here, So still got a lot of food in the back. Got the temple coming up as well, so it does look like we're thinking about getting out a bunch of those frost giants in order to keep continuing here. But Shelty's just going to get further and further ahead here if you're not putting in that pressure. And with I guess you could move in, frost your opponent's army, and then chuck a hill fort down. Chuck a hill fort down here. That could be an option, and then that's going to be able to secure this location here. You do have the frost giants coming through. Doesn't have the resources to chuck a hill fort down at all. Potentially going to be able to push in onto this gold mine as well. Moving in, trying to do what he can do here. Going to be able to push off this gold mine a little bit here. And it does look like the armory is up for now. Shelty, and Shelty's also going through Skadi here. Shield Maiden Valkyrie, need to click yourself with that one. Need to click yourself. You do not want to be moving that guy with your your units here. Looks like you're trying to take down a house here instead of fighting. It's going to be a lot of units falling here for Chesso. We've got full population for Chesso and really not full population here for Shelty. So a little bit of a retreat over here. We do see that the Ulfsark's on this location here. I like the movement here, but this fight here is actually going really, really well for Chesso, especially because there's no Hersa here for Shelty at all. And then all of these villages are going to be feeling quite a bit of pain at this point. They get immediately pulled back. Now the dwarfs coming into the fight as well. There's not a lot of units over here. However, Chesso is still sitting pretty much on full supply here. Should probably just leave a unit over here, build some of those longhouses in this location here. We've also got Therm. I can't even say that. Therm? Maybe? Therm? I don't know. He's sending more units back over here. Looks like this Frost Giant taken a lot of damage as well, and now more throwing axemen onto these villages as well as continuously pushing in here. These frost giants are out. We've got more frost giants should be coming in for Shelty. He's only got the one though, so Chesso has to be careful here, because if this frost giant comes in and freezes one of these guys, that's going to be huge. The Valkyrie does get frozen, and more villages are coming in. Not villages, more units are coming into this location, taking down this thing here. We do have a frost comes in. Shelty casts forest fire here, which is going to be able to pick off potentially pick off a couple of these throwing axemen, which is not happening, not being looked after just yet. But that's going to allow this entire location to be opened up, and Chesso's going to be able to put even more pressure on here. And I love this. A market coming up now for Chesso. Chesso looking to go to the Mythic Age, potentially through Ragnarok, go for a hard gold star. The other option would be to go through here, and then a Fimble Winter push here with a nice spawn of wolves would be able to take out this location as well. However, Ragnarok just as good. We are seeing a lot of units moving over here. However, the Raven is here and he spots this, immediately sends some throwing axemen. Love the reactions. Shelty does have access to his own frost though, so he can use frost over on this location, get up his own hill fort here in order to defend and continue in there. And we are going to be seeing these units do get pushed off. The Raven is already over here. We've only got 3 throwing axemen coming over onto that location here. Still no Mythic Age just yet here for Chesso. Looks like he's very, very close though. I'm very interested in what he's going to choose from this. And we've also got Shelty here, 91 population. He needs to stabilize at this point. He does have the economy. He's got the extra town centers. He's got the extra villages. However, Mythic Age is impending. We've got, it's going to be Balder. So we're seeing a Ragnarok. We're going for a Ragnarok gold staff here. How are the upgrades here for Chesso? Non-existent upgrades at this point. Need to move in, need to target some. Oh, unfortunately, the throwing axe, the frost giant. Unfortunately, the frost giant gets targeted here. See, the raid does push Shelty off this gold line at this point, and he's trying to take out those units here. And we do see that the throwing axemen are going to be targeting down here. This is going to be really big. It's kind of a trade at this point. These units are both going to be dying at the same point, but it does look like there's a more throwing axemen here for Chesso here as the frost giant continuing to move in. It looks like, I'm not sure why Chesso is still building frost giants here. He should be saving up that favor in order to grab fire giants as soon as he hits that Mythic Age, sorry. Looks like these villagers, again, retreating, trying to find somewhere to do something. Looks like all these gold mine villagers doing really, really well. This dwarf is chilling in this gold mine. There should be a way to fix that. I mean, like, in order to, like, move this guy out. You can build a tower here and then garrison. That's, like, the only way that I know to get that dwarf out of the gold mine. Or if, like, if you've got manners or something, anything that can get garrisoned into. Moving forward, taking down some of more of this stuff. We've got Balder comes through. Is he going to use it straight away? Surely he uses it straight away and just goes for gold staff. Surely that's the play. Yeah, there we go. Rag comes through. Fight happening here, pushing through on this location. All these are frost giants are going down very, very fast. We've got heavy throwing axemen. What's the population here for 189 Ragnarok here for a 92 population Shelty? This is all going to come down to, can Shelty defend this or not? There's so many heroes Ragnarok, but they've got no armor upgrades. Shelty's got no armor upgrades either though, so it's basically like fully upgraded versus fully upgraded. Frost comes down, which does buy Shelty a little bit of time here. Feel like it's potentially a poor decision by Chesso to send all of his units over here. But the fire giant is in here and he's going to be able to pick off a lot of stuff here. We do see that the frost giant already looking like he wants to come in and blow his frost onto the fire giant, but looks like Heroes of Ragnarok and trying to take down this frost giant before he gets the special, and it does manage to do that one. So this is going to be really, really good here for Chesso. Able to move in with this fire giant, pick off a bunch of these villages here. Still has this Raven over here, Hero of Ragnarok on this location. So it's 200 gold in the bank. So he could potentially fall up over here as well, just a little bit to secure this location. And now the frost does end. So we're going to see this location going to be taken down as well, at least fairly soon. Fire giant trying to take down everything else as well, and it looks like there's villages stuck in this town center that are all going to be falling, which is gigantic, and losing 18 villages as well, when you can see there's really not that many over here at all.
We do have a bunch of villagers moving on to this location. Raven is going to spot that, but Shelty's going for this gold mine. I like it, but I feel like Chesso's going to notice. He's very, very good at looking at the map. And he's going to be moving that Raven over, moving those hero Ragnarok over as well. And Shelty taps out. GG. Well played there by Shelty. I mean, by Chesso. Shelty not able to hang on at all. Chesso with the fast Ragnarok on a 1 gold mine or 2 gold mine. I think it was a 1 gold mine Ghost Lake. Able to gold star, take down the second town center. Super well played there. We'll see if we go into a second game or what the dealio is. But yeah, let's just chill. Let's relax for a little bit.